a lot of confusion nowadays when it comes to what are the right standards for women when it comes to dating, relationships, marriage. And many women are actually afraid of having higher standards because they are afraid of coming across as too much. And there are many nowadays, many social media content that are telling women, oh, you have too much high standards, you'll end up single, etc., etc. That can actually be very damaging to, not just women, but to relationships in general, okay? Because you see, a woman having the right standards and honoring her standards is actually the key to have the relationship that you really need and desire in life. And it's not just about women, but there are actually a lot of men out there who wants women who have higher standards, because it's not only about having higher standards, therefore having a higher access point so that not any man basically can access your energy, but it's also because many men actually they want to give better treatment for women. They want to have this woman who is capable of receiving what they are capable of providing. So imagine a man that he wants to take you to a fancy restaurant. But imagine that you're a woman of, let's say, lower standards, that you are not used to this level of treatment. Then, even if you accept his invitation, you will start to bring in a certain discomfort, a certain weirdness about it. Because throughout the experience in the restaurant, you might be like, am I like well dressed? Am I actually like my manners? Am I using the cutlery right? Oh, and if the bill comes, maybe I should pay for half, maybe I should suggest it. And then you're like taking your wallet, it's okay, I'll pay half of it. And now what happens is that throughout the date, the man feels that you are uncomfortable. Okay, he can feel your discomfort, and then he will also feel uncomfortable, and then the ambience becomes tense, becomes formal. And when you are bringing out the wallet to pay for the bills, when he planned to do so all along, now he's feeling this ickiness, this embarrassment, and this, I wanted to step up fully, but now I don't have this space to step up fully. And now he also has to wonder, maybe she's uncomfortable with this kind of dynamics. Maybe he wants to, be that independent woman, and now she might feel offended, and etc. etc. Now the entire dating experience is gone. It's not juicy anymore. But you see, when there's a woman of high standards and she accepts this invitation, this gift from him naturally, throughout the dating experience, she will be like, oh my God, this food is so nice, it is so divine. And she will enjoy the conversation with him, his company, and, talking with him and having fun and having, feeling the pleasure of being in that space. And when he pays for the bills, she would just act normally, there's no weirdness at all. And at the end of the date, she would be like, hey, thank you for this restaurant, thank you for the dinner. It was so good. Like, you have really a good taste in choosing restaurant. And he will feel so happy because he feel that, okay, mission accomplished. I did the right thing. She is very happy and satisfied. And that energy from a woman, from the feminine, can be very intoxicating for the masculine mind, okay? And that is what many men, they crave for. And when you have weirdness about your standards, about what you want, you are robbing him also the experience of having something higher. For example, another standard is, let's say that you don't get intimate with just anyone on first dates. And if you are lowering your standards, imagine that the man in front of you during the date is the man who wants a woman who has these standards. And now you giving off this energy that you don't have standards that anyone can get you. Now he's seeing, okay, this might not be my future wife. Like, I don't want a future wife like this. I want a future wife who has standards, because it also gives them safety, that when you don't have low standards and not everyone can access you easily, you are giving him safety, that he feels safe, that okay, I can trust that this woman is not for anyone coming at her. She would refuse them because she has high standards. And people, humans in general, men or women, we are all finding, like, moment to moment in our different phases of life, we are all finding willing participants to the kind of relationship experience that we want to experience in that phase of life, in that moment in our lives. So some men will want to experience casual relationships. They are in their exploring phase. They want to, explore. And some men, they might want something better, higher, with more higher standard. So some men, they might want to, have the willing participants in the way that they will try to express what they desire, while trying to talk other, like, potential participants, other women, out of their high standards, so they have the willing participants for their experiences. Okay, but when you lower your standards, you are not attracting the willing participants for your experience. So if you want a juicy masculine man taking initiative, planning dates, then you lowering your standards is not going to help anyone. Because even if you get the man, let's say the man, and you have a relationship, but he's not the kind of masculine energy that you desire, that really lights you up, then you are settling, you will gradually have resentment towards him. Then you will just lose attraction. Now you waste time, you waste your time, you waste their time. Everyone is sad, there's more trauma created, because now you're wondering, oh, what's wrong with me? Maybe it's my fault, maybe I'm not a good woman, and that's why he's not doing all these things. But often it also doesn't have much to do with who you are. But if they don't have relational skills, or they don't have a growth mindset, or it's like they just don't feel this compatibility with you that is organic, if it was never there, then it is not really about who you are. You might be an amazing woman, okay? But he is just not there. There's a mismatch. And it's important for you to actually align with who matches with what you want, rather than trying to match with anyone. Okay, so this is very important. And there are also other reasons. Like, you see, many men, they might complain sometimes when you have certain things that you want, you desire. For example, let's say that you desire dates, that he plans dates, or flowers or chocolates. And when you voice it, like, oh, I'd really love to have these chocolates. Would you buy them for me? I'd really love it. Like, it's really meaningful for me. And sometimes men, they might complain, like, oh, like, I'm not a man about flowers, etc., etc. And it's totally okay. They have their own perspective, and they have the right for their perspectives as well. And I'll give you an example. One of my exes, he doesn't really give bouquets of flowers because he's very spiritual. And for him to give a flower in the form of bouquet was like killing the flowers, and he didn't like killing, okay? So he would give you a pot of plant flower, but he wouldn't like give you a bouquet, okay? And that is completely valid. Some other men, they might not want to give flowers because they have had bad experiences in the past. Maybe an ex or a woman they dated was like really saying, oh, I'm an independent woman, why are you giving me these flowers? Are you saying that I'm an incapable woman? these kind of things, then they would be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be giving flowers to women because they don't react well. Or maybe some men, they might be taken advantage by certain women, and then they feel resentful about it, and now they don't really like any women expressing their desire. It might trigger them, and of course they need to work on that as well. But I'm just giving you an idea of why they might like be hesitating, and that is not your fault or anything have to do with you. Okay, so their perspectives are also valid. And you can, when they are saying those things, oh, I'm not a man of flowers, etc. And you can say, oh, yeah, I understand, and etc., etc. And, just let them express it. Because oftentimes after them expressing it, then later they will feel like, oh, maybe I can do that. It's actually simple, and etc. And because you are doing it as an invitation, now they don't feel forced, okay, to do things. And now they feel that they have the decision to do it or not. And you can see, like, if after a while, how is this man really responding to my desires, my needs? Because you can really be the master of communicating well, in all the ways that you can master. But if they have weirdness about certain things, and if they don't feel like they really align and resonate with that, it's totally okay. And you cannot really do much. And then you have to also wonder, is this the kind of masculine energy that is really aligned with me? So you also have to, think what you really desire and fully own up to what you desire, because at the end of the day, it is really valid. It's just a matter of matching with the right willing participant for our like the relationship experiences that we desire. Okay, and many men, they actually want to really give higher stuffs to a woman, and they want to find the willing participants who are graceful receivers to it, and not women who just weird about it. Because many women, we can say that we want certain things, but if in the next day a man like this shows up in front of us, or if your husband boyfriend shows up like this, can you really receive it? Because many women, for example, they want leadership from their man. But if he starts to become this leader, can we give him the grace to, step up bit by bit? And can we let them have the space without feeling this, oh, I cannot trust him. I need to, fix things. Oh, there he is failing to, take care of this, etc., etc. But then, not really be able to give them the space to try to learn, even make mistakes, and then, improve things eventually. Okay? So, my name is Monica, and I am the mentor and teacher of Blooming Feminine Academy. And if you feel that this is really useful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And let's stay tuned